It is, though. Let's go. We live. We live now. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Let me do something, man. Let's get it. You already know what it is, man. It's just us right now. Diamond Cash and Clyde Slade. Yo, let me tell you something. Me and Clyde Slade, we talk on a regular. We be Kings and Kings talk on a regular. Yo, man, listen.
Yo, we just be building.
Facts.
We just building. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like when Jay-Z get on the mic, he just building. He ain't even rapping. People think he's rapping. They like, yo, he don't even write this. I'm saying to myself, why would you even think that he would have to write that? Like that, you know what I'm saying? He just slick with the wordplay.
Cause God did.
I was
That's
stage
why.
on. I wouldn't even understand the stage I was on. You understand?
Cause God did. That was a nice
Yeah.
act though. Word.
Oh yeah, that's yeah. God did definitely. I ain't even listen to. Yo, it's crazy because I jumped. Somebody sent it to me, and people were talking about it. And to be honest, I haven't even heard the album. I just kept rewinding back to Jay-Z, and then Jay-Z parts allows me to go to title, and then I can put it in like a It's just like he has this a whole list, like an exclusive list of just his features.
Yes.
So I was just able just to vibe on that song. But I think the last, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I think the last 3 or 4 songs that Jay-Z has came, has rhymed on. Like what was the other one? The one was that he did. Oh yeah. The last 3 that I could think of is the one that he did with Nipsey.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
And I think he did it. Oh yeah, he did another one with Khalid. That's like his recent stuff. Those songs are beyond just rap, bro. It's just,
Of course.
I don't
See,
even, yeah.
and that songs like that makes you be inspired. Definitely. Just catch on the lyrics like you hear this song, legacy, 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 legacy.
So
Come
so you know,
on.
yeah. So speaking on that, like that the 4-4. Okay, so let me touch on some things about that, right?
Let's talk.
So New York and Brooklyn, they decided that they was going to do the Barclay Center. It was it
Hmm.
was it was it was it was Marky Markowitz or whatever the borough president was at the Pacific time. And I could talk about this because I lived over there.
Yeah.
Now, to do a little history, I used to see Jay-Z when I was young because Jay-Z lived right there on State Street. That's why he talks about State Street. State
Hmm.
Street is it's almost, I'm not gonna even say almost because it is. It's like imagine living in your borough and then you're moving to like the upscale part of your borough.
Yep.
And imagine if your whole life you just knew like gutter streets, and all of a sudden you on State Street. So the big part of him was State Street. The big emotional part to him was like he's seen it every day. He's seen the Atlantic Center is what they used to call it.
Mm.
So before it was over there, but this is the dope part about it is that he didn't understand the complexity of it.
Mm.
What they were trying to do the whole time was change this just the redevelopment of the land
Okay.
because it was historical land. So what they did is they kind of act like they wanted to build the Barclay Center when in reality they didn't. They wanted to
Mm.
change the real estate in that area. So what they did is they needed as many votes as possible, as many signatures on papers as possible. And
Petitions.
yeah, petition. And I forgot the exact words that you use, and somebody may know it or sometime later is basically when they changed the land, like they changed the coding of that land, so they was able. It was either you take the money and leave, or you leave. But so they took over the whole land. And
Mm.
to be honest, that's really why I don't really like the Barclay. Like I never even been to the Barclay. If I go to New York, I stay away from that particular area because I used to cross that area all the time. And my
Mm.
understanding of it now, the cycle for me looks sad. So what happened is they didn't finish that project. And this is so dope about Jay-Z, right? they didn't finish that project. They just started developing in the homes, and some guy in Russia, never been over here, bought the Barclay Center. Yeah, he bought the Barclay Center, and then they started building because, of course, he started putting his money into it, and they started building. Well, a guy from Russia decided he didn't want it anymore, and somebody from Japan, one of the richest guy in Japan, check this. This is facts. He bought the Barclay Center, and he bought the Nets. So today he owns the Barclay Center and the Nets. And at one point, he never even stepped in the arena at all. And
what's his name?
Let me see.
The owner. You mean like the owner? So that means that when they say, right, okay.
And because this is going to kind of get into our conversation on okay, not Barclay, but Barclay Center, because that Brooklyn. Okay, hold on. No, that's not the owner. It used to be, so it used to be Macau Proco. I can't even spell his last name.
Yeah, I know you're talking about, to sell full ownership of
yeah. So his name is Joe Tasai. He's from Japan though. It's JoeTsai.
Wait, the executive vice chairman of Alibaba?
Yes, Alibaba owns that, bro.
He owned. Wait. So Ali, the executive chairperson
for
Alibaba,
owns the Nets, and the Barclay Center. Yeah.
What's his say? So what's his net worth?
Oh, his net worth?
Yeah, 8.4 billion. 8.4 billion. So here's what I think we need to.
And wait, hold on. So because we're gonna get into this.
Keep going.
It kind of springs it off, right?
Yeah.
So what happened was, after that was done, they had the 4040 in there. They had the partial, because the original 4040 was near 14th Street. Originally, when I grew up, I remember exactly. That was the first. It was big. It was like, oh, I got the 4040. And they gave him a 4040, and they gave him, I think Jay-Z only had about 1% in there. And then what they did, he only had 1% of the entire investment in there, right? And what they did is they came in and they said, Jay-Z, we don't want you part of this no more. Oh, yeah, this is the part they don't talk about. Yeah. But Jay-Z talks about it. Yeah, he talks about it in the rap song called Open Letter. And that was the change of him. Ever since then, you could see him strategizing and doing business in a certain manner, a lot different, because they didn't so they didn't want him to have ownership, so they bought him out of the Barclay Center.
Gotcha.
I don't know what his arrangement is with the 4040 that's still in there. I've never been in there, and I probably never go in there. But I don't know what his arrangement of the 4040 is.
Yeah.
But yeah. So going back to that, so he used to live in that area, State Street.
Okay.
Right? So right across, you can literally walk across. His most epic picture of that situation was him standing. He was standing on, I think, the roof of a building across the street from the Barclay Center or the Barclay Center. I'm unsure. He was looking at the whole area, because to him, he was like, yo, this is so dope. I used to live right here, like right around the corner. And now I own it. So his biggest thing was like, yo, I own it. Remember, he was like, yo, I own it. Like that was his big beef back then. And so when he dropped the 444 album, going into that, there's a part of that area that's close to there called Dumbo. Now it's also the upscale part. And then back day, Dumbo was just like, it wasn't Dumbo. Like they didn't redesign the name. It was just some part of Brooklyn that most people didn't really mess around with. It was the Brooklyn to Manhattan area. Yeah. But mainly a lot of people lived in lofts out there. So he had the opportunity to buy property. That's why you hear him in a rap. I could have bought Dumbo, but then and that property was able that property value like triple. So here he is running around, probably spending more than he was investing.
Yep.
And at that age that he was in, and somebody was like, "Hey, why don't you just buy this?" And he never did, and that property shot up because that area just went bananas. From that area, because I lived in that area, so from not just Dumbo, but I lived over. So from that area, it just started what people call it gentrification.
Yeah.
But I call it redevelopment. But from that area there,
That's
it
good
just started.
words.
Yeah, it
That's
just
good
started.
words. Yeah.
Yeah, it just started gentrifying, just roughly all through that area, and then to my area, which wasn't too far, was Park Slope, and it started from that area, Dumbo to Gowanus to Whitecorp, and then it started. No, Cobble Hill. I mean, I forget Cobble Hill. So it was like Cobble Hill, and then it just started migrating all the way up to Brooklyn 7th Avenue, and it's just all nice in that area now. You can't get anything.
And they call that gentrification. Yeah, they got mad. They got mad. Yeah, and they got mad at that too. Yeah.
So listen, this is going to take us to a whole series of different conversations, because the more I read is the more I realize I didn't know anything, right? And this is crazy, right? This world we in is bananas, right? So this topic we're going to leave for a whole series of podcasts.
Oh yeah, right? I'm ready for that. Let's go.
Check this out. Imagine nobody told you anything, right? All you just do right now is you're reading the books and you're restating the times.
Yep.
So when the president declared war on the poor people, right?
Which one? Which president we talking about?
Let me see what president
declared. Which president we talking about? Are you talking about?
I'll tell you right now.
The one that the one that put war on drugs on poor people.
Hold on. I'm gonna tell you right now. I think it's LB. So wait, hold on. Oh, I watched the YouTube video when. Okay, so it was LBJ. It was president 1964, right? Was LBJ. Gotcha. That was President Lyndon B. Johnson. He declared They declared a conditional war on poverty and aimed not only to relieve the symptoms of poverty, but to cure it above all and to prevent it. Right?
Yep.
Let me ask you something. Let me ask you something, because I'm part of the poor, right? When has it ever been a good thing for anybody to wage war on anything? Somebody came right now and said, "Listen, I'm coming to help you. I'm gonna wage war on your family." You understand what I'm saying? You understand?
Yo, come on, man.
Yeah. Or hey, I'm a
Yeah, that was real.
I'm gonna clean out this store. I'm gonna wage war on this store. It's aggressive. War is an aggressive thing, right? The choice of words. This is the only thing that people in poverty don't have a problem with. And so what they did is they designed all of these different things that is amazing in the same timeline. So look, that was January 1964, right?
Yep.
Okay. I don't know if you know about the color law. I mean, the
talk
color
about
law.
it. Oh yeah, we here.
Color laws,
Come on, talk about it.
Yeah, but the color laws was when blacks couldn't buy property.
Redlining. You're talking about redlining. That goes back to
And then Congress, the FSA allowed blacks to start purchasing property, right? Change. Hold on, let me see. Let me see what date that is.
Oh yeah, we getting deep. Come on, it's already what? It's already 14 minutes in and we going deep. 14 minutes in, we going deep.
And so that was intact. Now pay attention to the timeline. That was intact in 1968. So that's 4 years, right? Because a lot of people think that this slavery stuff was a long time. It wasn't a long time. So people around like get over it, but it wasn't a long time because there's different things that I'm gonna put in place, right? So check this out. So that was intact. So the war on poverty was 1964. 1968 is when they changed that, right?
Okay.
Now
I'm
that's the now. So I'm reading right here, and this is the Federal Housing Act. Okay, 42 USC 3601. Okay, that was the Fair Housing Act to remove racial restriction in the housing market. So it was legally imperfect, right, to say, hey, you black guy can't rent here, or you Puerto Rican can't live in this area. Okay, that was
yep.
perfectly legal. Now the reason I'm gonna talk about this, right, because okay,
Come on.
and then
Shout out to Aquarius Queen. Always,
now
always support.
now I'm gonna take you back, right?
Let's go.
Now I said, now check this out. So they waged war on the poor January, right? Is what we talked
Uh-huh.
about, 1964. Now,
Yeah.
who was predominantly the poor people? It was the
Of
people of color,
course, the
right?
people of course,
Of
black and
color.
Hispanics.
Okay. By July 2nd, they had another act, and it was the Civil Rights Act of 1964. How coincidental that these acts are within the same guidelines, right? And so, right after that act, and our Civil Rights Act is a landmark civil rights and labor law in the United States that outlaws discrimination based on race.
Come on.
So you have all of these different things that packs in, right?
Yeah.
And then you know,
Yo, this is history right now. What? This is definitely history right now. Let's get it. Yo,
okay,
16 minutes in, and we already going deep. Let's go. 16
and
minutes.
yeah, and so I'm gonna talk to you right now.
Oh, let's go.
And then I can't find this one. I think this is gonna get me. I gotta get Mace because Mace did a wonderful job when that guy was so I'm gonna touch home with you with this real quick. So I'm gonna touch home, put my phone down real quick. So you know the Stuyvesant homes? You from
Talk
New
about
York?
it.
You ever been downtown Brooklyn?
Yes, downtown Brooklyn. Yeah, we know that. Yeah.
So when you drive downtown Brooklyn, you ever see those community buildings that look like projects, like right there,
Yes.
like the FDR? That's called a
Absolutely.
Stuyvesant. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, that's the
Yeah.
Stuyvesant houses. If you look on your phone, you'll see it. Let me see. Let me have the proper name.
Okay. So if you listen to this right now, if you look at Stuyvesant houses, and
Hold on. Let me make sure I'm saying it right.
oh yeah, let's get the facts on. But I'm seeing it right now. This is everything what we speaking about is a simple Google research. Just all you just gotta do is go on the search engine. It'll
And
everything.
it says what? What? It says what? I mean,
So we got Stuytown. We got they have some in Manhattan too.
wait, hold on.
Um,
Is that the one in Manhattan?
nah, we talking about the one in downtown Brooklyn.
No.
Huh.
Stuyvesant Town / Peter Cooper. Look, I want you to tell me you know where that's at once you see the picture.
You said Peter Cooper.
Yeah, it's one word. Stuyvesant Town, Peter Cooper Village.
I know that's crazy because I
Oh,
know someone that lives there.
okay.
Yep.
Are they black?
Yeah.
Are
Yeah.
they black?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
that's good. That's a change. Because the owner of that particular building never wanted any black people to live there. He was the Met Life. Yeah, he owned. Yeah, he said blacks and whites should always be. No blacks should live in there. And the point that I'm getting at with this part is they developed. So investors came in. So it's funny because left rack. We talked about left rack, right?
Yep.
Offline. he posted about Left Rack that so all of these places that people consider projects, they were actually from developers, right?
Absolutely.
Investors. One that we can see his work is Left Rack.
Yeah.
He owned a mass amount of property from Jersey City and Queens, and we all know about Left Rack projects. Some people don't know about
Left Rack. Then you
one of the biggest projects. Now, what happened is that what they did is they were like, check this out. They said, if you guys come and invest, we're gonna give you a tax break. And it's called I think it's the J151. Hold on.
You talking about what New York State did, right?
Yeah. New York State don't own them houses, bro. Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. Here you go. I got it. I'm saying it wrong. Well, hold on. It's the J-51.
Okay, so I want everybody to get this. J-51
tax incentive.
Yep.
As in tax. Is a J151 tax incentive.
All right, so
and it's funny. Google it right now, and the first thing you're gonna see is the New York City housing.
Yep, and it says it right here, a whole different article. So what is a J51? Oh yeah, property taxation, renovating a residential apartment building. So just think about that for a second. I want all the listeners, if you're listening to this, look up. You could just Google it, J51.
So the J-51 tax abatement program took effect in 1955 as a way to encourage building owners to install hot water plumbing in their properties. Right.
There you go.
So this is crazy. So this is crazy, right? So you got the warm poverty, right?
Come on.
You had, which was January 1960.
Come on.
5 or 4, right? Right. And then you had the color law, because that's just what it is, right? Which was the housing, the FSA, right? And then, of course, you had this law before. So what this did was encourage a lot of investors. And this is why I'm going to talk about redevelopment real quick.
Let's go.
This is crazy. So this is mind blowing, right? So if you do now watch this, right? If you do 1960, hold on. If you do, let me get my calculator out because I don't really use my brain too much. So you do 65, 25. So if you do 65 plus 25 equal 90, right? So
okay.
So if you look at the changes in the house was probably what in the about 70, 75 they got it, right? So about 2000 is when you've seen all the changes. So that's what they call gentrification, right? So within this law, they lose these tax benefits. And so now they have all these people in these properties with low income who can't pay the adjusted amount to where we at now. So now they have to pay taxes after 25 years. So what they did is resell these properties. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at the way it was designed, you could walk out the store. You had the Chinese store, you had the supermarket, you had all these different things, these rec centers where people played. And what they did is they restructured it, made it dog parks. They got with these people who got rid of all like the Chinese stores, right? They got rid of the things that were convenient. So they made it inconvenient. Because remember, I know people who died on my block who never left the block. That's all they know. And the reason being because everything was on the block. Everything. So yeah, it's I'm telling you. So
Let's
all
go.
those so all those projects that people live in, it's not hold on. So all those projects that people live in, it's okay, 4:30. Yeah, we good. Yeah, so all those projects that people live in, it's actually investment properties that are owned And people, what they do, there's like loopholes to restructure the to redevelop, to add more to add more money to it, to get a percentage from it. They just sell it, and they redesign the house. They put countertops, I don't know, granite countertops and stainless steel, and then they can upcharge the price.
Absolutely, yes.
And even if you live there, they can just give you, they say, hey, we need to restore it, and then they just come back and they, they upcharge. And I've seen it done.
So, all right. So, question for Aquarius Queen: do you know if there are any projects owned by Black people? So, in New York City, there are no projects owned by Black people. I can tell you about New York City. There are no Black-owned projects.
So her name is what again?
Aquarius Queen.
We must, and this is why we're here today, right? We must pay attention to the whole story. It was illegal for Blacks to have ownership of anything. And so when you did see, there was Blacks who had ownership of stuff. When you did see ownership, it wasn't common.
Absolutely.
Because there's this book called Other People's Money. And that's sort of where I got that storyline from. And
who's
the
it by?
Or Other People's Money, because there's two. Hold on. Mind blown. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you right now.
Other People's Money. Are you talking about the Rich Dad? What's it, Michael?
No. I don't do anything with him. Other People's Money. Hold on, book.
You got Charles.
Yes. Yep. That's
okay.
Him. That's him. I got that book right now. Amazon has that book right now. I think it's $18. And that the projects, or the housing complex, I would like to call it, is on the front cover. Is on the front cover. That's Stuyvesant.
Yeah.
So like when you driving through, when you getting off the FDR in Brooklyn, in that little area, I used to pass there like, damn, I wish I lived over here. I don't like the projects, but I wish I lived over here. But that never was the project.
Yo, this is mind blowing. Let's go.
And it's crazy because I never knew anybody. Yeah, so I never knew anybody who lived in there. And so the guy, hold on, let me go. Hold on.
Yo, put a fire. Yo, if anybody is to this, put a fire on the chat. Give it out to Clyde Slade right now. He giving the jewels right now. This is deep. Matter of fact, this is deep.
Yeah. So,
yeah. Let's go.
So so Eckert was his name. He didn't want any Blacks to live at Stuyvesant Town at all. So he would not agree to the development at that particular Mr. Eckert.
Okay.
And at the time he was the MetLife CEO. So mind you, these people weren't even spending any of their money. Like, people really think that you need to have money to do anything. You understand what I'm saying? Like, people would spend other people's money.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And this is what the story's about right here. So it's about other people's money. It's about utilizing other people's money to put yourself in the position of where you want to be. And so that's what they were doing. They was tapping in. So MetLife tapped into, I don't even want to get too much information on this book, but like they were into the teachers' retirement fund.
Okay.
LA retirement funds, like the whole entire states. And this is what ultimately crashed. This is what ultimately crashed the housing market. This is what crashed the housing market. Oh, this is just bananas, bro. This is just, and it's just like, the reason I know all of this stuff and I put it on this timeline is because I read about different parts of this. Because I read about capitalism, I read about poverty, I read about slavery. Because I wanted to understand what the point of it was. Because I read this guy one time. His name is Let me hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see what they
Hold
doing.
on, yo. So, so I
Yeah.
want y'all
So listen.
to.
So listen. So
Uh
years
huh.
ago, right?
Uh huh.
So years ago, when I started reading, because I didn't read for years, I bumped into to this book called Power versus Force. I'm not gonna get too much involved in it, but it
Gotcha.
talks about the internal, like how we deal with energy. So it talks about the internal and external. Most people don't know the difference between power and force, but that's another podcast, right?
Let's go.
So what this guy did is he had these series of books, and like this one in here is reality versus subjectivity, right?
Okay.
And this one here is transcending the level of consciousness, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, this dude touches deep, right? So the part that he questioned, he made me think, because in one part of his book he said, yeah, you guys are looking at slavery, right? But he was like, in order to fix a problem, you must continuously go back, and that requires a lot. It is. And he said,
I was
being
real.
black,
I was
most
real.
people may look at slavery as a bad situation, right? But what did they do before slavery? Is the question. How did they address black people before then, right? And so were they just killing people off for no reason? And it made me start to question things. So from what he said in his book, made me start to look and question everything. So I wanted to know more about slavery and how, how we became slaves, and why we were slaves, and then what was the reason for slavery, and then how we able to exist within an environment. It goes back to war on poverty. So when the president declared war on poverty, when the president declared war on poverty, declare war on every black person, bro.
Let's
Every black,
go.
yeah,
Come
yeah,
on.
every black person in existence, he declared war on. Because if you pay attention to the time frames, you can see. So it
Come
was
on.
war. It was war. It's crazy, bro. It, it,
Yo,
it, it like I literally had to sit in my bed for a month straight and not do nothing once I started gathering everything together in the timelines. I was like, damn. And you got to think about this. This is 1965, right?
yeah.
We're in, so 65, 40, so that's 20, right? So 65 to 20 to 2000 is what, 20, what, it's 40 years? Oh, no, no,
Yeah.
no. No, it's
You talking
25
about
years.
40.
Yeah. No. It's 35 years, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah, because 65 plus 35 is 100. So that's 35 years to 2000 to
Okay.
2000. People was making it. Come on, bro. They was telling us that we was out of pocket in 2000 and 2010. That was only like 40 years, right? So we're only looking at this, what? Right now so we looking, what, 50, 55 years ago?
Yeah.
That's not long, bro. It's not.
55 years not long to you?
No.
If you look back 5 years from now, you're like, that wasn't long to you?
55 years is long if you're subjective to yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you wouldn't be here today if you know what I'm saying. And this is going to lead us into dividends income, right? Because
Let's go.
if
Come on.
you're subjected to yourself, 55 years is long. I mean, it's a long years. But if you let the ego go, the ego is morally you. But
Yep.
if you put that to the back burner and you start looking at development of your bloodline, and 55 years is not long. It doesn't subtract the things that you are going through. I mean, this internet, where we are with the internet today, is amazing. It's a course. If somebody was sitting here describing the beginning of the internet like I'm talking about the slavery, it's almost the same thing. There's a time frame that brought all these things together, that bring us together today, where we can sit down here, listen to each other on the other side, right?
Yep.
Do these
Yep.
podcasts and experience all of these great things. So to me, 50 years is not long. I'm 40. I'm 43.
Mm.
So that's a 10-year, 15-year difference. So I'm coming straight in. I'm not knowing what's going on, but I'm born straight in like 15 years into that. And so we're still dealing with, the thing is, like when these rules was made, it was like, okay, we're gonna tolerate you.
Yes.
And I didn't even get into the part where slavery ended, with South Carolina ended slavery, because people used to get caught going between South Carolina and Georgia. They used to get caught, and you would get, and then you would get, you know,
That's
I
a
mean, you'll
whole
be right
nother
back
different
to jail.
conversation talk. That's
Man,
a
this
whole nother
conversation
different
is deep.
conversation.
So yeah, so if you got to understand who the enemy is, man. A lot of people don't. You got to understand what you have as arsenal too, and by understanding the enemy, you know, I'm not saying that you have to react and be violent. You know, I mean, it's not that you have to react and be violent, but you have to know how to navigate this environment that we're in.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
Yes.
yeah. So it's explosive.
Let's go.
Definitely.
Yo,
We could not have lead into dividends without having that story, because that's the backstory. Like, how do you even want to do that? Right? Why do you even want to put your money into something, right? Into these into
these companies.
Exactly.
Like if okay, so if I go to I might be jumping ahead. Like if I go like McDonald's,
MCD,
what else? McDonald's, Starbucks. What else? Come on. Who we got next? We got
we got McDonald's. So hold on. Let me hold on.
We got real estate REITs.
So
come on.
Wait, hold on. Now, this is a topic that you just said, right? And you said is 50 years a long time, right? Now, this is gonna blow your mind. Now, dividends. Let's just explain what dividends are.
Okay.
All right. The way ownership is in America is a wonderful and beautiful thing. You can gain ownership by purchasing what they call stocks, what they call shares. And people say stocks, but it's shares of a company.
Now we get into the stock market. Let's go.
Let's just say a company is worth 100 shares. If you purchase 50 of those shares, you own half the company. Right? So now you're a company. Now you're not just a share holder, you're a company owner. Okay. Now, the reality is that most companies like Apple, for say, they have billions of shares at this point. And their shares is like $135 a share. So let's just be honest, you're not going to purchase half of the amount of shares that they have and be an owner, right? A full owner. So all of these shares accumulated from different individuals around the world, different institutions, because a lot of institutions own these shares, and that's a whole nother podcast, right? This is going to make you a shareholder, right? So becoming for a shareholder, they give shareholders dividends. Dividends is a sum of money that's regularly paid out quarterly, semi-quarterly, sometimes monthly by a company to its shareholders of a profit of its revenues, right? And the revenue is a percentage of what this company is making, right? So if this company is making, if this company declares they're going to give you 4%, right, of their revenue, then each share you have would allow you to get 4% of that share, of the share value of that, of whatever it is. And so speaking on is the question that we talk about, isn't 50 years a long time? McDonald's been given, and I got this paper right here in my hand. MCD. MCD, if you look up online, MCD, and you say how to word this. Dividend history. Dividend history, right? They've been paying dividends for the last 45 years for each share that you own.
There you go.
Yeah.
About 20 other how he made time to come in. Yo, shout out to Aquarius Queen.
You said what?
Shout out to Aquarius Queen.
You said what?
Yo, oh man, the comments. Let's go.
Yeah, so that's 45 years they've been paying people for ownership.
Let's go. Yeah, 45 years. Right now the stock, yo. Right now the stock is $254 and 51 cents.
Right, but check this. Tell me your prime year. Let me ask you something. What year that you was young was your prime year? Like what year you was young, you would say, oh, okay, I just started realizing stuff. What year was that? I mean, just roughly.
Honestly, like when I started realizing stuff, when I was a teenager, I started questioning things about
about what
world.
year was that? Let's just give it.
I give it. I say 2000 and like 2000 and damn. I say 2010.
Okay. So roughly in 2010, MCD was $64.84 a share.
Gotcha.
Okay. So let me quantify this for you today. Today, currently, MCD is $250, right? A share. Okay. And they pay $5.50 for each one that you own.
Wait, per share?
Per share. Today.
So wait. So the dividends was, you said 5 per share?
Yeah, the dividend. Yeah. Yep. No. So the dividends for MCD today is $5.50 for each share that you own.
Gotcha.
Okay. And in 2000, January 8, 2010, it was $61.84 a share to purchase. Okay. If you go to MCD, go to Google, MCD, type MCD stock, you're gonna see.
Yeah, you talking about wait. Which one we go? Are we going to Yahoo Finance?
You can go. I normally just put it in Google because it's easy, right? Most people talk to Google. They haven't even touched on the internet yet, but that's a whole nother podcast, right?
Gotcha.
Right? They've been fucking with Google for the last 20 years. So let's just mess with Google because everybody know Google, right? So you go on Google, you type MCD stock, right?
Okay.
And then once you pull that up, you're gonna see McDonald's Corp MCD, right? Did you see it? You're gonna type.
I see it right now.
Okay, you're gonna go to all. You're gonna go to max when they go 1 day, 5 day, 1 year, 6 months, and then they're gonna go to max. You're gonna go to max. You're gonna open it up. The max is gonna show you the historical value of that particular share. All of those units, right? If you just slide the slider, you can slide it up and down from 1982 when it was $1.99 for each share. And then we can slide it up to the date that you said, which was, 2010, right? It was $64, $67 a share. I'm just trying to quantify this real quick for you, right?
All right, I'm listening.
Okay. And then MCD, and then now we're going to go to stock split. Stock split. We're going to type in Google history, right?
Google.
And then when you type that in, you're going to see this website called stocksplithistory.com. You're going to type in MCD. You're going to let me see.
Okay, so
hold on. I'm going to see how many splits.
The last stock split they had was in March 5th, 1999.
Okay, and how about before then?
Before then, before it was 1994, June 24th.
So, not to make this complicated, but this is what happens. So, like when you own a stock and you're experiencing this now, this generation is experiencing it now with Tesla. They watch it. You watch Tesla split, right? And so what happens is one becomes two. So let's just say you get 2 for 1, or like with Tesla it was 3 for 1, and now they just split it again, 3 for 1. So you watch this company just split 2 different times, and as the time goes, the price, the price sometimes readjusted, and so it changes. But sometimes, so what they do is they split the stock so it could be so it could create more ownership and be more affordable for people to buy shares. Because like Google just split right now. It was 10 for 1, right? Was it? Yeah, it was 10 for 1 or something like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was 10 for 1. It was a $2,000 stock. A lot of people couldn't purchase that, but now it's priced at what, $130 each share, right? Or something of that sort. So now it makes it more attractive for more people to come in and purchase it. And it changes the volatility too for investors. Now this stock is harder to drop, now, and that's a whole nother conversation, because the more you have in the market, the less the pullback is. Now the pullback is for like Apple, right? A pullback for Apple is at like what, 130, right? So a pullback for Apple is like 110. Oh man, Apple just pulled back. So the price, so it has less volatility the more that you invest into it in terms of that. So what I'm saying is, right, so MCD, the point that I'm making is the MCD was $60-something. So if you would have purchased, if somebody would have purchased that, right, at that particular time, and they're getting $5. Now, if you look at the percentage of what $5 is to $60, is ridiculous. Now imagine the guy who came in 2000, right? Imagine a guy who came into 2000, because this is how generational wealth is built, right? This is how you compound your dividend income. Now imagine a guy who purchased in 97, right? And then now, not only did he purchase in, hold on, because I like to talk in reality, because just because I didn't experience, it's still an experience because it's in history. So when you take away the ego, you start to realize that all the success that other people got is still your success. It's just that you didn't have it, right? And so you get excited about things that you wasn't even a part of.
Yes.
Because in order for you to be successful, you're going to be a part of success that you're not going to be a part of.
Absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying? Because we only live about, 50 to 100 years, right? So you got to get excited about these particular things, right? So listen, so my prime time in my era, my prime time, because I'm an old head, right, was, let's just say the prime time for me was 1999. Okay. That was the prime. So 98, 99 was my prime. In that year, it was $33 a share. So instead of me being on a block, I could have been working at McDonald's when everybody was laughing at them, right? And the company was purchasing you shares for working for them.
Yes.
So that's how America works, right? When you're working for a company, they offer you ownership. If you go work for Walmart, they're going to offer you ownership. You go work for Lowe's, they're going to offer you ownership. You're going to go work for Johnson & Johnson, they're going to offer you ownership. You work for Amazon, they're going to offer you ownership. Coca-Cola, they're going to offer you ownership. Pepsi, they're going to offer you. It depends on how you see it. Most people are concerned about the money right here and now. Most companies not going to give you that. They won't even give the stock owners that. They're going to give you ownership. They're going to say, here, take these amount of shares, and these amount of shares may be worth this amount in 10 to 15 years, right? Okay. So what we do is we like hard work, right? So we're trading time for money. So we think our time and our money is more valuable at that particular point. So when we're going in, we're like, dude, I don't want to hear this. How much you paying an hour? You only paying $12 an hour? Walmart, you suck. Your job sucks, Walmart, but you're not looking at the fact that they're giving you shares at a discounted rate because they're paying a percentage. Walmart pays 20% for each share you get, so they're giving you a 20%. So they believe in their dream, and they're giving you a 20% discount on it, right? So let's just say, so let's just say I worked at McDonald's, right?
Okay.
At this particular time in 98, okay, and I got to purchase. Let's say I purchased 200 shares, right?
Gotcha. Okay, 200 shares,
which was only going to cost me 100 shares at that time would have cost me 3,300, right? So 200 shares would have cost me 6,800, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, if you do the math today, 200 times 250, that's 50,000. So you see how that quantifies? Yeah. Now, those shares that I had, hold on, because I'm giving you the short story. I'm not being honest with you, and I'm going to be honest with you, right? So I just went, right? In those days, that was a Cartier bracelet, and the reason why I'm telling you this because I know this girl, and I'm gonna put that on another podcast. Instead of buying a Cartier bracelet that she wanted, she bought Apple stocks in 2003 or 13 or something like that.
That's a smart move.
And those Apple stocks today is worth, I think the last time I checked, she checked, it was almost $1 million. Now, okay. Now, check this out. I'm not being honest with you, so I want to be honest with you here, right? So you bought the stock, okay? You bought the stock for 300 shares, right? Not only did you buy the stock because you was working for MCD, right? So they helped you. So let's just say you had the actual shares that you owned from the company. The dope part about McDonald's back then, let's not forget, McDonald's was the original Batman. The original Batman. You seen it everywhere. The sign was everywhere. Oh, mommy.
Okay.
Right?
Yo, that's yo. I didn't even understand what you mean now.
Yeah, right?
You so soon as you driving by, you see the sign. Oh, nigga.
Yeah, McDonald's. Let's pull over. The big M. Remember, they had a conservative M like they got today. They had the big M, right? You must come in here. You must buy this. I'm going to give your child a toy if he come and buy this right now with a nice little house box, right? Now you just purchase. And I ain't even talk about the everything behind the McDonald's house box that they give you because it's real estate, right?
Yep, yeah. Real estate, franchise. Come on.
Yeah. That's why they had to sell their ownership in Russia because they owned all of those properties. But I ain't going to get into that, right? So imagine 99, 98, you bought these stocks, right? You paid 63, right? Now mind you, well, hold on. Because can you do me a favor? When they did a stock split, was it 2 for 1?
It was 2 for 1, yes.
Okay. 2 for 1, which meant you got 2 for every one, right? That you had. So the 1 and then it turned to 2. Okay. So 1 turns into 2. So check this out. So that means that I will have 400 shares. This is bananas, bro. Pay attention here because this is mind blowing, right? So I paid 6,600 because it was $33 a share. I'm trying to keep this math basic, right? I got 200 shares.
Okay.
It's 3,300 for 100 shares.
Okay.
Are you still with me?
So I just because of we got audience on here too, so we gotta make them understand also.
Okay. So $33 a share times 100. Right?
Gotcha. Okay, so 33 times 100. Okay. That's
right.
Okay.
That's 3,300.
Yes, it is.
Okay. And then so now I got 2 lots because each 100's a lot. I'm just trying to throw you up on this game. So because that's how they make it easy. I just bought 2 lots, right? I bought 2 lots, right? So 1 lot is 100. So I just bought 2 lots. I bought 200 shares, right? So now I got 200 lots sitting. right? No. I got two. No, I got 2 lots sitting. So I got 200 shares that I paid 6,600 for. Okay, mind you, I never touched this. Okay, we here today. Now I'm going to talk about this. They had one stock split in 99. Right?
Okay.
Are you still with me?
Still with you.
Now I got 400 shares. Look how mind blowing this is. Now tell me if this is ownership or not. Because some people mistaken what stocks are, right? So now I got 400 shares, right? So you go 400 times 250. That's 100,000, right? Correct?
Okay. Yes.
Now, yeah. So now I got 400 times 5.50. Right?
Okay.
Okay. So that's 2,200. Now, this is what I want to explain to you. So now today they pay. Now, mind you, I paid $33 for a share. Right? Are you here with me? Today,
listen.
Today they pay $5.50 a share.
Wait. So they pay $5.50 a share?
McDonald's. Yeah, that's their dividend income. Check it out right now.
Are we talking a year or because
annually, yearly.
Oh, because so quarterly. So quarterly they pay dividends of $1.38 per share?
Yes. Quarterly.
So but all right, so can I play God's advocate real quick?
Yeah, come on.
Let's play let's play God's advocate real quick, right? I'm putting my money into McDonald's right now. I say let's do current times. $254.51. Now let's say I put like 2 per share, right? I put 2 of them, right? Now that you're paying me $1 and 38 cents, some people's gonna say, hold up, why should I pay that much money for McDonald's if they're only paying me $1.38 quarterly?
Well, they're not looking at, first of all, they're not looking at ownership. They're looking at it from
the money. They're looking at the money.
Hold on. This is the conversation that I was having at you at the beginning, right? Most people walk into Walmart and they're looking into Walmart. They're not looking at ownership. They're looking at money. If you look at the now value, you won't get to where you need to get to.
Gotcha.
Because when I first started buying MCD, it was $159. And that was just recently. That was like 2018. Right? So if you're only talking relative to where we are today. Stocks are being priced in as we speak. That's why the market moves down. When they talk about the interest rate and the Fed rate and all of this stuff, it's getting priced in today.
Yes.
But if you look at a post, people follow my page, right? And I post specific stocks. If you look at a post that I posted in October talking about Ferrari, would you rather own a particular stock or would you rather own the car, right? The stocks pays dividends too. We ain't gonna get into that part, right? But just owning a particular stock when it first came out in 2016, not too long ago, and I'm gonna talk to you about the MCD, right? I'm gonna speak to you on what you say because I know what you're saying. I'm gonna rationalize with you a little bit, right? So Ferrari came out 2016. It was $39 a share, right? And today is $194 a share after a 30% pullback from $274 a share. You understand what I'm saying?
So,
to get to your question, right? McDonald's been around for a very long time.
Absolutely.
Okay, and I think it's going to be around for a longer time, especially during these times we had people focus on consumer staples, consumer discretionary, survival. Depression requires people to drink more, smoke more, eat more. That's just my beliefs, right? Coca-Cola hasn't went down yet, and everything else dropped. It's going up, right? Oh yeah, KO's is stopped. Check it out, right? Right. So it's a screw. People still drinking Coca-Cola. Actually, drinking more Coca-Cola right now.
But wait, it's not healthy. But wait, God's advocate now. It's not healthy though. McDonald's is not healthy. I mean, if I get some CMOS right now, CMOS is not in the stock market right now. Broccoli's not in the stock market right now.
I agree with you.
Vegetables is not in the stock market right now.
I agree with you. That's a whole nother conversation.
Let's go.
That's a whole nother conversation, though. You know what I'm saying? If you want to put your values in it, I have people hit me up and they get into their value system, and I do. But there's other things you could go. You could go to owning property. Like people don't know that. The real estate investment trust funds, right? You can do that. You can do like stock O, So I mean, there's different ways. If you don't want to participate in doing things that you consider unhealthy and it's not your value system, then yeah, you can do different things like Exxon. I mean, people use gas all the time, but let's talk about the history behind that. The J.D. Rockefeller, and we could get into all of this deep stuff. We got a lot going on that we trying to unfold, but the more that you get your value system in it, you're gonna kind of miss an opportunity. I feel like. I mean, you have to look at it for what it is. Now, if it goes don't get me wrong. If it goes completely against what you stand for, then. But this is what America's about. You can do Stanley Black & Decker. They've been paying dividends for the last 14 years, and I'm not just saying just base dividends. They've been increasing dividends, which makes them a dividend aristocrat. Which means they've been having increases for the past 25 years. You understand? You can't even sit at the board unless you had these increases for the last 25 years. I'm talking about IBM. I'm talking about Procter & Gamble. I'm talking about 3M, Stanley Decker. I'm talking about Hormel Foods. I'm talking about Caterpillar. Caterpillar been evidence the last 29 years. Kimberly Clark, the last 50 years. And people know what Dawn and Cascade is. They've been using it for years. That's P&G. Yeah. Clorox bleach that people been using. So what I'm trying to say here is this, we need to expand and learn how to build generational wealth and understand the difference between having income and not having income. And understanding what suspendable is and what's not. I just think that us as a society, and it goes back to what I was saying in the beginning, we're lost. We don't know our history. And knowing your history, like I'll tell somebody right now, I know my history, bro. Because I don't have to know exactly where my family came from and all of that weird shit, pardon my language. But I do know what part I'm supposed to play right now, because I know where my ancestors' bloodlines come from. I'm a product. I'm a product from slavery. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. That's just where I am, and I'm here getting my peace and making sure that my family, that my bloodlines, because I do got children, so I'm making sure that my grandkids and their kids don't have to worry about nothing.
About that, exactly.
Yeah. So when I die off, they be straight. Yeah, and so
Exactly.
it's
So it can
and
pass
yeah,
on to generations and next generations. Let's go.
and this is it's crazy because this is when and you got crazy podcasts, bro. That even when you spend time and you construct everything to go together, like you can add different people in it because they all come together. Like the will, this is where the will comes in because now you need to have somebody to have custody of your money. You
Yep.
understand what I'm saying? Like ownership and being able to distribute this after you're dead is very important because this is where this comes in. The will and trust comes in. And it's
Absolutely. That's
yeah,
where the legacy planning come into
yeah,
place.
yeah,
You see,
exactly.
and nobody noticed too that I mean I'm gonna drop one gem. The Rockefellers was like, if you look into their history, they're the reason why. Like when I look into the history, I was like, oh yeah, now I see why it's important to get life insurance. But that's a whole nother different conversation.
Yeah, because so the things that we don't talk about, the things that people, we as minorities, I'm going to say minorities, even though we have all viewers, but predominantly is minorities, is these are things that we couldn't do. You couldn't get
That
life insurance.
that
Yeah,
we didn't even know about.
Imagine insuring somebody who you already know is not going to live a certain amount of time.
Yo, you talk about that? We wouldn't even they wouldn't even allow to read a book.
So that's what I'm saying. So
It was a law.
yeah,
It was a law.
yeah. So this conversation that we having is just that we're trying to 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 reorganize.
Yep.
A thinking pattern that we're already in, and we're trying to take control over a system that really has control over us right now. So it's being my mother, rest in peace, right?
Mm-hmm.
My mother allowed me to reach where I am today. If it wasn't for my mom's, I wouldn't be here because my mom's allowed me to be before anybody knew what a free thinker was. She allowed me to do that. She allowed me to
So,
come in and say, "Mommy, why am I drinking milk? Why is milk from a cow? Why are we drinking something that there's nobody behind it? We got basketball.
exactly.
We got
Question
basketball. We got
everything.
peanut butters. We got lights, but we don't know the first dude who's
Exactly.
assaulting a cow. How
Mm-hmm.
is this normal? Mommy, why is it my birthday, but that's the day that you gave birth? You
Question
understand what I'm
everything.
saying? Yeah. So
Absolutely.
so so, so you know, I was allowed to be a free thinker, and my moms didn't criticize me, and so I had a head start before people. So she was okay with me throwing everything that she taught me away because she knew that what she was giving me was strong enough to come back. She
Mm-hmm.
knew that one day I would get it, that I would understand. So I did. I did question. I did go to my mom and say, "Man, you were teaching me bullshit. You was teaching me garbage." But at the time, she felt the time she was giving me the information that she knew. That's
Yes.
all she knew, right? And yeah. And so right now we're just restructuring our thinking. You know how hard it is. Yo. People come to me, right, in sports betting. And this has nothing to do with sports betting today, right? Like people will come to me and ask me, you know, how do you win this? And how do you hit this parlay? Right. And I would sit down with them and I would give them exactly how I did it. And
Mm-hmm.
they can't get past the fact that it's easy. And they'll challenge me. Oh yeah, but what if this guy? But Michael. But how about if this player gets injured? What, dude? I'm like, dude, don't worry about that. Just focus on these numbers. You know what I'm saying? Yo, bro. Yo, bro, it has nothing to do with him. Like like, bro, if you grab numbers, right, and you say Michael Jordan played, right, and then 6 days from now he didn't no longer play. You can add those 5 days and see that he didn't play based on the numbers, right? You don't have to understand the fact that he got injured. That's irrelevant.
Uh-huh.
You'll know that those
Yes.
numbers are missing, regardless. Like boxing. We know that boxing has a big void since Mayweather's not fighting. It's not hard to see that, right? That's just how the universe reacts. The universe, I could wake, you know what's so dope? You could wake up tomorrow, Cash, and you could say, you know what? I'm charging $25,000 for anybody to come on my podcast and speak to me. Majority of people gonna laugh at you, but you know what the universe is? If you believe in that, the universe is gonna redesign your structure, it's gonna redesign your circle, it's gonna get rid of people that you don't need. And I bet you in 5 to 6 years, you're gonna have somebody speaking on your podcast for 65,000.
Yeah, where Naira on that? Where you at, Naira? Yeah, I remember we had a discussion about this.
And the point that I'm making is that humans is subjective to the life that we live or the environment or what they're taught, but that's not what controls the world. The universe controls the world. So when you make a decision, the decision that you made, everything around the world moves and reacts in that based off that decision you made.
Absolutely.
If I'm gonna say I'm gonna be a bank robber, I'm gonna get guns and not now. That's it. My world changes from that point, right? I'm scoping out banks. I'm walking in. I'm seeing who's moving. I'm seeing the tellers. My world is geographical now. You understand what I'm saying? I'm scoping the back exit. I'm going online. I'm seeing who's in the banks and different things. I done seen intricate plots happen like that. That's how the universe is, right? So whether it's negative or positive, that depends on how you look at life, right? But everything changes around that. You understand what I'm saying? So I think us as a whole, as a community, that we're just restructuring just how we look at things and handle things. And I think, to be honest, a lot of people are only caught up in the hate and because the pain is so strong and we're emotional creatures, they don't want to rationalize where the hate came from. Gotcha. They don't want to look at the past. They don't want to go past the slavery part. They just want to feel like why we're not accepted, right? I walk in the building, I'm not accepted, but I always ask these people, you got cousins, you got aunts, you got uncles, right? I'm pretty sure as a cousin and an uncle you don't speak to right now because he didn't accept who you was. And you don't have a problem with that. And mind you, this is your bloodline, right? And you don't got a problem. You got some long distance relatives that you don't speak to for whatever reason, right? Mm-hmm. But you want to walk in, but you want these people from another ethnic background, another a way of thinking to accept you. And you strong on that. You'll go march on that, right? But when it comes to your own bloodline and your own cousin, you ain't finna get rid of that because you stole his ice cream when you was 5 years old, right? Because you don't even know this guy no more because you haven't spoken to him in years, right? But you don't even want to get past that part. But then you want people who don't want to be involved with you. I done spoke to white people who didn't see a black person in 20 years of their life.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have that many white people. I mean, I was blessed to be in New York City, but it's still segregated. If you looking from, come on, Chinatown, China cops. Think about it, bro.
Yeah, think you got Chinatown, then you got the Jews area, and that
Jew cops, right?
I mean, come on, Jew cop, come on.
You got Flatbush, you got
Flatbush, and then
and so these cops are community cops now. You know what I mean? They, like they're within the community, and they don't really do too much of the pulling. They just walking around beating the streets in the beginning, right? But they're descendants of that culture in that particular area because they can understand it more, right? And so, man, it's bananas, bro. It's just restructuring, so understanding what the world is now.
Let's get into now we talked about dividends, and how many shares you get, like. Can people make a living off of dividends?
So, dividends, right, depending on your income. Mm-hmm. Dividends is supposed to compound over the years. The percentage, that's the reason I talked about McDonald's, and it was a reason why I talked about McDonald's in that way, because that's something that we can rationalize with. Me and you could talk about that. We could talk about you could go to your your mom's. You could say, "Mommy, why did you buy McDonald's stocks when I was younger?" You know that shit, it pays $5 today, and all you had to have was 50. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's within our time frame. So with the dividend income, you know, back to it, you want ownership of a company that you believe in, right? And that's why today, Warren Buffett, look, he's like 90 years old, and he's still buying companies he believes in, because when he dies off, those companies are still going to be making money, creating income for him.
Exactly.
Now, I think what kind of sparked this conversation was the post where I post the video of the. Oh, I didn't post the video, but I'm gonna send you the video of that particular. But the dividend income that guy receives, he receives about 200,000 every year annual income.
Yeah.
He was a lawyer. He just made $200,000 a year, right? I'm gonna say just made that, right? And what he did was he created some wealth. He didn't get into that, but he created. So if you go on CNN, CNBC Make It. That's one of the sites that I stay on.
Yeah, same here. Yeah. I think y'all get check on that too. It's just inspiring stories. Yeah, and so they drop gems on that too.
No, but that's where a lot of gems come from, right? So they don't really get the specifics about developing the incomes and stuff like that. But a lot of people been able to live around the world. Like when I retire, I don't gotta stay here in the US. I could go anywhere in the world and live, because I'm gonna have income coming in. And so it's important to develop that income now while you're young. You know what I'm saying? So it's just very important for you to develop that. And so dividend income basically is made over time. Passive. Now going back to your McDonald's thing, right? You would say, okay, why would I put $1,000 get me 4 shares of McDonald's, right? And then 4 shares is only paying me $5 a year, which is $20 a year, right? So how does that even make sense to me, Clyde? Like, how it doesn't. I'll be honest, it doesn't make sense, right? But what I was trying to do was have you look at it subjectively as a whole. There's new companies coming out, right? So I'm not saying get into a company that's already. It's Uber. Nobody pays attention to Uber. Uber pays no dividends. So dividends are paid once the company starts seeing enough profit. So you have growth stock. So there's stages, right? So there's growth. And then once they become income stocks, that's when they pay dividends. So as they're growing, they're not paying dividends. So even when McDonald's was in 1999, they may not have been paying dividends they was paying dividends because they was paying for the last 50 years, right? But the dividend amount was very, very low, right? And so over the years of being part of this company and believing in this company, then down the line it compounds, and then you see this money. And so the drip is the drip.
Hold on. What? Hold on. For our audience now, hold on. A drip. So we got into dividends. We got into if dividends is a passive income. Now you want to talk about drip. That's a whole nother ball game you're talking. So now, what is a drip now? So drip, actually, what does drip stand for?
That's exactly what. Okay, so drip. To be honest, drip is part of it, right? But it's just a fly way of saying it. Like we like, yo, drip my clothes. No, just make it very clear, right? Drip is not the clothes, right? So drip is dividend reinvestment plan, DRIP, right? Okay. So what happens is when these companies pay you. So going back to McDonald's, when we talked about McDonald's and owning, 200, then it splits to, now you got 400 shares, and then they paying you $2,200 a year. Instead of taking that money, you just repurchase. So you take that $2,200 and you just repurchase more shares.
Gotcha. So so let's do McDonald's. How much they Hold on, I'm sorry. I forgot how much they pay
No,
a year
you're
in
supposed to
dividends.
forget because it's podcast. So you want to be clear at every point in part of your structure, right? So MCD pays $5 a share, $5.50.
Yes.
Okay.
$5.50
and it's
per
broken
share.
up quarterly because that's how
Yes,
business pay
quarterly.
taxes. They pay business.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's broken
And,
up 4 times a year. Right.
And quarterly it pays $1.38.
Yeah.
So let's say when when McDonald's give me that money, give me that dividends, I'm putting it back.
Yeah. So what they will do, they offer you that. They'll ask you, hey, you want to drip it? They talk drip. So you say, oh yeah, I want to drip it. And then they'll just take the money that you accumulate and then they'll put it back into the shares.
Gotcha. So
over a course of time, it looks small, right? So speaking exactly. So let me speak exactly. So over the course of time, it will add some income. So if you go on stocksplit.com or whatever, no, stock split history, right? If you type
.com?
in no, stock split history, the one that we just came off.
Okay.
And type in O.
Type in O.
O. Yeah. That's for the realty.
I know about realty. Realty. Oh yeah. I got a share now.
Scroll down, right? If you look at the bottom, you'll see how much your money will be if you reinvested your dividends on that 10,000.
Is it okay if I share my screen just for like 2 seconds?
Yeah, shit.
Let's go. Hold on. Give me a second. Hold on. All right. So right here, right?
Oh yeah, this is dope.
So talk to me. So this is why. Hold on. My fault. So this is where I'm at right now. Yeah. StockSplitHistory.com.
Dope site. Amazing site. I think we need to do a 15-minute podcast just for the site.
Let's go. So all right. So in that O, which is I got a share in O.
Okay.
And has 2 split. Of course, it talks about the company. Then we scroll down, and then the growth.
Yeah. So what they're showing you. So on this particular screen, what you're seeing is they always do things like, remember, they speak in lots. They like to speak in 10 years. They don't speak in 2 years or 1 year, right? Because you're not going to always see the positive things, right? In 1 year. It's normally when people do investing, there's no investing for 1 year. So let's clear that up.
Gotcha.
Let's knock that out the pitch. So if somebody tells you they bought this stock and you always ask them the time frame. Investment, a beginning investment time frame is at least 3 years, right? So if anybody tell you that, I bought this stock and I sold it, you say how many years? If they tell you I bought it last year and sold it, hey, my guy, you never invested. You just did a flip. Okay. So
man, let's go.
So hold on. Before you go, go up a little bit. So this site likes to talk about everything in 10 years. So when you go on it, it's going to tell you 10 years from that date. So they're going to automatically generate a 10-year. So today they generated 9/5/12 to 9/12/2022. They told you if you put $10,000. They always say 10,000. 10,000, 100 shares is like investment language. Like you start with 10. It's just they always use that, right?
Yeah.
And if you started paying at 41.16, right? And your end price is 67.69, right?
Gotcha.
And your started shares is 242, right? And 95. Now check this out. They said with dividends reinvested, which means you reinvested your dividends, right? So then now you have 300. Now you have 380 shares, 0.52, right? And your dividends
shares right here. You talking right?
Yep. And your dividends reinvested shares is 24.49. Okay, your total return in the last 10 years is up 157%. That means that your original 10,000 you invested is now $20,796. No, $66.16, right? Now, that's what your ending investment, and that's just 10 years. Scroll down. Now, this is the case you didn't want to drip. Now, this is the case you didn't want the drip. Now, if you didn't want the drip today, I'm not gonna go into all of it. Your ending investment is $22,000. So you basically got shaved about $3,000, $4,000 because you didn't drip it. You understand what I'm saying? And then your ending shares would be the exact shares that you came in with. That's why they didn't even put that in there. Did they put that in there? No.
No, they didn't. Nope. No.
Yeah, they said you don't need that information. You understand what I'm saying? And so now since you shared your screen, go hit O. Go hit O on the type in the Google. Type O. Yeah, so we can pull up the
right here, or you wanna?
No. Go to actually Google's website where everybody uses. Where everybody thinks the internet is. Yeah.
I be on it. Okay.
Yeah. Hit O. Stop. Yeah, and then enter, and then you're gonna go. Now you're gonna go down to max. You're gonna go. No. Let's just go to 5 years. The 5 years.
5 years. Go right here.
And yeah. And so you see, and then if you stroll down to the highest point, which is before 2020, if you take your mouse, no, don't move the screen yet. And you use that mouse to go back and forth, like how you doing?
Yeah,
there you go, up the hill, down the hill, right?
2020, right here.
So it's $79, and then if you go, just dip down.
And then it dropped when the pandemic hit.
Yeah, pandemic hit, people lost their mind, right? So it was like $45, right? A shit. It was less than that, but let's just say $45. So so that's how dividend income is brought, bro. You know what I'm saying? You save little $5,000. The key is to always have a $10,000 on your first purchase, your investment purchase. But you may not have that, right? And you say, okay, what happens to the guy who doesn't have that money? Because now we're gonna tap into this, bro. We gonna really get in since I see you share your screen. I wish we could have did this earlier, right?
Let's go.
Because people don't need to see my face or your face, right? And so, what happens if you don't have the money? What happens if you're broke, right? You say, listen, America is not working for me. I don't have the money. I'm not paying the money. So why don't you get the IRS to pay for it, right? So publications 590A. Type in that.
Hold on. That might have. Hold on for a second. Hold on. Say that one more. I'm sorry. Say that one more time. What you just said.
Hold on. I got you right now. type in publications 590A. 590A. No.
Okay.
No, 590A. 590.
Oh, 590. Oh, my fault. Okay.
No, 590. Yeah, right here. Contributions. Tap. No, you good. Tap in right here. IRS. No,
right.
Down.
Okay.
Tap in there, right here, and go right there to PDF format, right there.
PDF.
Go down where it says current. No, right there. Current revision.
Right here.
Yeah. Tap into that. And then that's the publications right there. That answers all your questions concerning how much you could contribute and all of these different things, right? To sum it up here, the IRS allows you to get a tax deduction on $6,500 a year. They will give you back on your taxes for investing, right? Let's just say you don't have the money, okay? But what you do have is time, right? You can file your taxes early and estimate. And as long as you get it done by April 15th, so you can have the IRS give you the money. So it's Peter to pay Paul. So you can rob Peter to pay Paul. So they can give you the money to invest in it, and then you invest in it and just report it to them if they ask you. So you can project it before you spend the money, as long as you do it before April 15th. So what this is, a contribution to individual retirement arrangement. Everybody calls it a IRA is a individual retirement account. People say, but it's actually an arrangement. That's the actual. And in this publications 590A, they'll specify everything that you need to know in regards to this. And what you can do, it opens up a traditional. A traditional is one that is taxed, right? Which is basically a salary reduction. You're taking a salary reduction. So it's taxed when you pull the money out, right? And a Roth is taxed before it goes in. So that means they don't get no money when you pull the money out. So it could sit up in there 20 years. It could go from 6,000 to 100,000, and they don't get no taxes on that money when you eventually pull it out.
Gotcha. So okay.
Now
we spitting balls. We spitting balls now.
Oh yeah. So they got mad at Peter Thiel because Peter Thiel he put money into a Roth, and since he was an accredited investor, which means that you have income of assets over $1 million, he was able to take part in angel investing, which means like if you know about Uber, remember we was hearing about Uber. So before Uber became public, he was able to invest in Uber before Uber became public. So if you invest in companies before they become public and they become successful, you see an enormous amount of growth on your money. So he was able to manipulate the government system, and he increased all his money. You got to Google the story behind him, but he increased his money into millions of dollars from $6,000.
And what's his name again?
Peter Thiel. Peter Thiel. Peter Thiel IRA. Wait. No.
I'm probably spelling it wrong. I'm probably spelling it wrong.
Yeah, Peter
what
Thiel.
Is it? This one? Peter.
Yeah. Yep. Look. Hold on, stop. First thing, how did Peter Thiel accumulate $5 billion in tax-free Roth IRA, bro? It's telling you, bro. Yeah. And so yep, laws of the Roth. This dude murdered the game, bro. He murdered the game. And so they wanted to get rid of, and they did. They did some stipulations. Yeah, he's a beast. And because he was a accredited investor, so yeah. So he ain't pay no taxes on that money. Because whatever goes in that account, you don't pay taxes on. So if you know how to flip, you could turn 2,000 into 100,000 in a certain amount of time frame, right? Because you're buying options, and that's a whole nother conversation. And then so yeah, he beast up. That's a whole nother. He turned that into loan money, tax-free money, and they mad at him.
Yeah, there you go.
So, like I said, once again, publications 598. What you ain't got no money to invest. The government will allow you to invest up to $6,000, $6,500 a year, tax-free, traditional, which is salary deduction, which means if you made $35,000 right a year, and then now you putting $6,000 in, the government's gonna only look at you as if you made $29,000 a year. So that's gonna
this is all public information.
This is all public information, but nobody uses the internet no more. They just use Google.
Gotcha.
So this is on publications. The IRS is very short, it explains it to you in there. It's not long. How you just went through the whole publications right there. Yeah, and so it'll tell you how to do it. You normally get a broker to open that account, so you can use like Fidelity, not Robinhood, because they don't offer. They don't offer that, but you can offer. You get like Fidelity, TD
American Trade. Yeah.
See, and then it answers you who can open it, who cannot open it. They answer every question you need in regards to that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So when I tell, it's crazy because when I tell people, they're like, "Well, I don't have any money to invest," and I understand life brings some hardships, but if you work, all you gotta just do is your taxes early, so you can project it. So let's type in Google, right? Because that's the only thing I'm not showing, right? So
okay.
Type in Google, can you project?
Okay, so I'm doing a different. Okay.
Yeah. Can you project IRA with IRS?
IRA to IRS.
Yeah, but you have to write that in like a question. Can you project?
Okay.
Can you project IRA contribution to IRS? Yeah. There you go. Boom. And then that's a topic, right? And so hold on, and look, it's right there on it. Now go hit it because IRS is going to answer that for you.
Right here.
Yep. I deduct?
It's in the IRS website too.
Yeah,
Come
yeah.
on.
Yeah. So if you scroll down, wait, hold on.
Yo, Clyde, this is a whole course, bro.
I know. I know.
This is a whole course you talking.
Yeah.
This is a whole course.
Yeah. Well,
What we
on.
doing?
No. Keep short, because that's not the main question we wanted. Can you deducting your IRA? Traditional may be tax. Oh yeah, that is. So traditional IRA contributions may be tax deductible. Deductions may be limited to you or your spouse is covered by a retirement plan at work, or your income exceeds certain levels. So that's a little bit elaborates more, but scroll down.
Okay.
Okay, scroll down.
Just tell me to stop.
Hold on. Well, hold on. I think you're going too fast.
My fault. All right. So sad. All right,
Oh, wait, hold on. Go. Go back up.
Go back up. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see it on there, but I actually have it where they tell you can estimate. But I was kind of trying to look to see that was what I was trying to have you type in.
Estimate. You want me to? Okay. Like
No. So no. So I want to say, can you estimate? Can you basically what I was trying to have bring up was can you deduct the IRA contributions before you contribute? Can you deduct?
Gotcha. Can you deduct?
No. Go back up. No, the search bar. Can you deduct? No. Go where you see how project. Yep.
Yeah.
Can you deduct?
Can you deduct
No. No. So this is what I'm trying to establish.
Yeah.
No. Before your contributions.
Before. So IRA?
I think you worded it wrong. Can you go back? Can you deduct IRA contributions? No. Before contribution. Before contributions. Yeah, there you go.
And
It
has a whole articles.
No. Yeah, so I got. Yeah, I would definitely have to find that exactly, but the IRS says that you can deduct it before you make the contribution. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to get you to the fact where you can put it on your taxes before, because they say it in it. On one of the publications, I don't know exactly where they say it at, but one of the publications. Hold on. Wait, hold
on. Okay.
Give me a minute.
This is a whole course. Now you're spitting the whole course now.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, but well, that's what I really do. You know what I'm saying? Well, hold on. Let me see.
All right. Yo, shout out to Clyde Slade, man, giving us the gems. Let's go.
Okay, so this now this I'm gonna send this to you on your message, because and then you can pull it up. You can pull it up on your Facebook, because that's the only place that I see it right now.
All right, so you want me to close my share screen?
No. Keep your share screen. Hold on, because I'm about to send it to you right now. I'm trying to learn how to send. Okay, yeah, here you go. Send it to you right now. Send in the message. Okay, I sent it to you right now. So then you can pull this up. I don't know if your Facebook is on there, but you can pull it up. I sent it to your inbox. That's what I was trying to pull up right there.
Yep. All right. Okay. It says. Okay. So let me. All right. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. real quick.
He's like, I gotta go under the curtains real quick.
Yeah, I gotta stop. I gotta stop sharing my screen real quick. Hold on, give me a second. Let me just.
I was thinking if you could just copy and paste some of that verbiage in there, it should pull right up. But
okay, let me just.
Because I think that's probably the important part I want people to see.
All right, give me a second.
I think you. Well, hold on, let me see. Because they got this new feature on this phone where you can copy.
All right, no. So what I'm gonna do is hold
on. Let me see. Well, hold on, because they got this. Huh?
You on your laptop right now? If you want to share your screen, you can.
I don't know how to do that stuff though. Well, hold on.
All right, it's good. So what I'm gonna do?
Hold on, I'm gonna see right now.
Okay, just give it.
Oh yeah, second. I got it right here. So this is what I'm gonna send you what I searched real quick. That pulled it up because what I did is I took a picture of what. So I'm gonna send it to you right now, and all you have to do is copy and paste this into your search bar, into Google. I'm not gonna call that a search bar, but.
Oh man, yeah. We are hour and 40.
Yeah, we about to be done right now. Hold on.
yeah.
Man,
hour and 40.
Man, it's
okay, we're about to do a whole series about this.
Hold on, yeah, it's a whole series of this. This is how to redesign, how to restructure.
Okay.
Now put that in your Google and tell me what you bring up.
So file before contribution is made.
Copy and paste it. It's gonna be right to the IRS website.
All right, let me just hold on.
And then that's gonna be the last smoke we give today. That's he
said it's gonna be the last smoke.
Hey, bro. Tell them your cash app, man, when we done, man.
Hold on. So it says tax time guide, contribute to an IRA by April 15th to claim it on 2018 tax return. Is that it?
That's what you copied and pasted in your thing, and it brought up what? What did it?
That's what I copied and pasted for what you sent me.
And it brought up what in Google? What did it bring up? Because that's what I want to know. I want to know what. Because on mine, it brought it up. It brought up the IRS website.
Okay. So it says, submitting year for which contribution is made. Okay.
Taxpayers file a return claiming a traditional IRA before contribution is actually made. The contribution must be made by April due date of the return, while contributing to a Roth IRA are non-tax deductible. Qualified distributions are tax-free. This is the IRS website. This is Peter to pay Paul.
Send that link to me so I can share it to the people. So I can share it to people. Share that. Yeah. So the link that you have, share that. Message that to me, and I'll share it in my screen. This is gonna be the last. This is gonna be the last smoke of the night.
How do you get this link? Can I just take the picture and give it to you? Because I don't even know how to get this link.
You tap into the link.
So even when I get inside, it's bringing me to this whole thing.
All right, so scroll down. Scroll down. I got you. Scroll down. So because it's the IRS. Okay.
Yeah. So when I tap in.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's what it brought me to. Yeah. So.
Well, hold on.
Oh yeah.
It's not.
We cooking. Come on, the grill is cooking today. The grill is cooking.
Yeah, so it's bringing me in here, but it's not showing me specifically that part.
Gotcha.
But on the home screen it is. But this pretty much sums it up, though. This is. I mean, they can see it. This ain't right.
Says,
I mean, I don't know.
So get credit for IRA
No. That's gonna say no. I sent you it already. Did it not
Yeah,
pulling
yeah,
up?
I got it. Yep, I see it. But you sent me your got it. But it's a picture.
Yeah,
You know
but
what? All right. So this is what I'm gonna do.
but just share that picture because that's exactly what it says.
All right, copy that. All
Yeah,
right.
just show your inbox, boom, and read it from the inbox, and I mean it's
Let's
off the
go.
web, off the IRS
Yeah.
website.
All right, let's get it. I'm about to share my screen right now. Let's get it.
I mean, that's the most important part, I think, to me.
All right, we here. Okay, so all right, what we looking at? Right here. All right. So yeah. So IRS.gov and put your here. So filing before contribution is made. You can file your return claiming a traditional IRA contribution before the contribution is actually made.
That's smoke for you. that's smoke for you, man. That's it. That's it for them, man. I mean, how much more you gonna be giving them, man? I mean, come on. Man.
And this is public information.
Yeah,
IRS.gov.
Yeah. And generally, the contribution must be made by the due date of your return, and not including extensions. So, with contributions, you don't have to contribute, and you don't have to contribute every year. It's not something you have to do, right? And you don't have to do the full amount neither. You don't have to do the 6,000. But when you go to your tax person, right? If you go to tax preparer, you just have to inform them that you don't tell them what you're doing, because you don't need to tell them. IRS already told you what you could do and you can't do, right? So you just go to them. If you go to H&R Block and tell them, hey, I did a traditional IRA of however the amount is. So if it's $3,000, you just tell them it's $3,000. Now, when you get the money back, okay, it's not go buy a new TV. No, I don't understand why everybody buys a new TV every Black Friday, every time they get taxes. But it's not a new TV.
When they get their tax return.
It's to take that money and you need to put it in there, right? Because you're gonna get another form from the broker, which is I think it's like a 1090B form or something. And it's gonna state that you put the money in there. So if the IRS questions you, you just say, hey, you told me I could do this, right? And you send them this form and they're going to clear you. So now you got investments that are tax deductible every year. Now, it doesn't seem like a lot, but let's just, bro, 10 years, $60,000, bro. I mean, pay attention, bro. This is small. This is easy time right here. You understand what I'm saying? 10 years is 60,000. And then if that money's growing in, if you don't feel safe, I always tell people this. Let's just say you don't feel safe enough to invest. You can leave it in there as cash. It's still $60,000.
Let's go.
Right? And, you know, of course, we can do another podcast about the difference between stocks and bonds and, you know, because that's a whole nother conversation. But why let these people have this money while you working every day? Why are you paying these excessive taxes? I don't pay excessive taxes. I get all my tax. I participate in everything that I'm talking to you about. And so I always tell people, it's all about, it's not the money, but it's all about knowing what you can do and not do. And you're going to pay the IRS regardless. So you either pay them or invest in yourself, because you're definitely cutting them a check. You heard the recent things about them getting guns and stuff like that. I don't even want to get into that part, but
let's go. Yo, let's go, man.
Yeah, but
let's go.
You know, I mean, that's pretty much it, man.
All right,
let's just keep it. Yeah, so you know, it's always a pleasure.
Yo, come on, man. Come on. Yo, what's your cash app for everyone that tonight?
Man, you know what?
What's your cash app?
Listen, this is what you do. Cash app DC, because if soon we're gonna start. Listen,
let's go.
Hold on.
Let's go. Listen, I told y'all, I told everyone what to do. I told everyone what to do before. If y'all been listening for DC incentives for a minute now, y'all should know where the information is. Come on now, y'all. This is free 99. Free 99.
So listen, to check this out, right? This is what's gonna happen, right? We don't do the cash out, right? But this is where we're going with this, right? Eventually we're gonna go to this. Okay?
Investment clubs. Come on.
So what we gonna do, and I already know how to do I already know how to formulate that legally. So what we're gonna do is start investment clubs. It's gonna require, a little bit of capital, 6 to 15 people. We're sitting down. You see, this is how you create wealth. You know what I'm saying? By investing with others.
Let's go. Okay.
So instead of talking about it, instead of talking about it, we start sitting down with each other. We scrap out this LLC, and then we all own a portion of it, right? And then we start making investments together. You understand what I'm saying? It's deep. Yeah. Feel me? But man, listen.
Yo, come on, man. Come on.
So we don't even need the Cash App no more, right? The Cash App will help the business to keep these podcasts coming, because we're speaking to a lot of people, and just get this over, man. But this is a lot of information, bro.
Yeah.
I'm always excited to talk to you, man. I'm always
let's go, man.
I always feel like we get deeper and deeper, but it's just so much. It's so much
information. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, we almost on the 2-hour mark, so we gotta end it.
Yeah.
This gonna be a whole series. It's gonna be a whole series. Let's go.
Yeah. Let's good luck, and thanks for having me. And like I said, there's tons of information. I mean, this is tons of information. This is just whole life stories, just leading up to where it was great, bro. It was great today, man. Thank you.
Let's go. Today was definitely great. Yo, soon as the share screen popped up, it was over.
Yeah, like, bro, we only got like 2 minutes, right? But check this out. Like, what is greater than someone telling you about this information and then telling you don't have to pay for it?
That's a fact.
Yo, because the crazy part, people be like, yo, what you mean I don't got to pay for it? It's either one or two things you're going to do. You're either going to allow the IRS, and I ain't going to even get into this. The IRS many years ago, used to let people pay and not take it out of their check. But now it's extortion. They take it out of your check, right? So how do you level the playing field is your next question, which means how do you get your money back that they take out of your check? Is you follow what they tell you the steps are. They're like, yo, as long as you invest into IRA, they're like, boom, bro, you can have this portion of your money back a year. And it keeps increasing.
Okay, God's advocate now. But me working a 9 to 5, I get a portion of my money back.
Yeah. But you get a portion of your money. But listen, so you get a portion of your money back regardless. Yeah. Which makes it harder for you to invest. So I agree with you, right? So why not do your taxes in January and say, hey, Uncle Sam, I need this money. I'm not getting any richer. You keep taking my money. So then now he gives you a portion of your money back because you agreed to be an ally for him. You agreed to be a part of his plan. Now there's a lot of people who are not in agreement today, but if they give me they last 10 W-2s, it reflects that they was not part of an ally with the IRS.
Gotcha.
You understand what I'm saying? So my thing is, why not contact them when your taxes? Why not put away $3,000? Let's just say you don't want to do $6,000. Why don't you just put away $3,000 when they give you the money? Because they're gonna give you the money. They're gonna give you the tax deduction off of it, right? So why don't they give you a portion of the tax deduction off of it, reduce your salary? Why don't you take that money and put into it? They're telling you can do it. I mean, come on, bro. I mean, come in. Hey, publication.
That's it. No, it's over. That's all. That's it. That's it. No more information. That's next episode.
It's contribution. All right.
That's next episode. Next episode. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it.
Yo. Let's get up out of here, man. Let's get up out of here.
Oh man, so that's the conclusion of the episode, y'all. Yo, a lot of game drop. Oh man, listen. Yo, you sure, Clyde? You know what? In the description, I'm gonna just be like, listen.
No, I don't want no. I don't want no cash. I'm, bro. It's a pleasure, man.
Let's go.
There's so much money out here, bro. Like,
let's go.
I mean,
man.
Bro. I'm so excited about the internet, bro. To this day, bro. Like,
you see how I can just simply just type it in and like all the information just pop up? Like, come on.
I'm trying to advocate people to stop using Google and start using the internet. Because that's a bar. I'm telling you, that's a bar in itself, man. We ain't got all day, but hey, but I like I'm definitely gonna rewatch this. I love how the story's structured from, it just fell right in from, Jay-Z. Yeah. It was dope, bro.
Dope. Definitely. Let's we out of here, man.
So we're gonna get together in like 2 weeks. We're gonna get some questions and get together in like 2 weeks. We're gonna put this together in 2 weeks, share, and then 2 weeks later.
Let's go. Yeah,
all right.
We out of here.
All right, later.
All right.
All right, bye.
That was